Hi, it's Sylvester, and I wanted to show you the evolution of my digital art. Warning, a lot of these pieces are sexual in nature. I really liked drawing naked women, partially because clothes are really hard to draw, just the way they kind of like hang on the body, the way they like fold and stuff. Like, it's just, clothes are hard to draw. But I also just happen to have an appreciation for the female form. And I tried to draw women of all different shapes and sizes and races, but I tried to be inclusive, but I just had a really hard time drawing men. I'm sorry, it probably seems a little bit sexist that I'm a man drawing a lot of naked women, but it comes from a genuine appreciation for the female form. I don't think it's me fetishizing women's bodies, but like, I don't know. Is it offensive? It might be offensive. I don't know. Also, I'm not entirely sure if any of these drawings violate YouTube's policies. I don't think so, because my understanding is that sexual content is allowed as long as it is artistic or educational. And while this is certainly not educational, I would argue that this is artistic. So please don't flag this video. I have warned you that some of these drawings are a little bit saucy. And so I think that's all I have to say. Let's get into. I have censored some of these drawings, and one of these drawings is a little bit gory, but again, I'm pretty sure YouTube allows some amount of gore as long as it's artistic or educational. So again, please don't flag this video. Let's get into it, shall we? I've rambled long enough. Here's the first piece. I have censored the butt crack because, again, I don't really want this video to be flagged. The arms are horrible. Look at how skinny the one girl's arm is, and that other girl, she has the longest arm in the world, and that hand is horrible. I hid the one woman's hands because I just could not draw hands. The feet are kind of okay, but that hand is bad. And if you're wondering what that bald girl is holding, that is supposed to be a whip. This is kind of a kinky photo. Like I said, I liked to draw some vaguely sexual. This isn't even vaguely sexual. This is just straight up sexual. You know, it is what it is. My motivation to draw came from wanting to draw sexy ladies, and I'm sorry, I am a perverted man. I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, the reason the one girl is bald is because hair is hard to draw, and then I just kind of pretended that it was supposed to be like a statement about how women can be bald and still be sexy, but the reality is that I just didn't really know how to draw hair very well. Also, the bald girl's ear is horrible. Look at it. It's just like a backwards C. That's not, it's just, it's not very good. It's really not very good. And you can tell that this was drawn on a piece of paper. The way I do my digital art is that I'll draw on a piece of paper with pencil, and then when I'm satisfied, I'll go over the pencil lines with pen so that they're darker, and then, or maybe I'll go over it with marker, depending on how I'm feeling, and then I'll take a picture of the drawing, and then I'll take it to a photo editing app where I will then turn it into a digital drawing. So this was originally drawn on a piece of paper, and I think you can kind of tell. Also, I'm not sure if it's really coming across that way, but the skirt that the girl on the left is wearing is supposed to be like a sheer skirt, like a see-through skirt. So if you're wondering what's going on there, that was my intention. Anyways, moving on. Here's the next drawing. As you can tell, I have censored the nipples, but this was supposed to be a social statement. It was, you see the body on the left there is obviously the body that society wants women to have, and you can see the price tag there says $100,000. I should have went more. I should have went $1 million, but whatever. And then you have these bodies in the scratch and dent section. They're too skinny, they're too fat, they're too boxy, their boobs are not right. Like, this is just what society deems to be unacceptable for women's bodies, and so this was supposed to be a social statement. It wasn't just me drawing women's bodies for the sake of drawing women's bodies. This actually had a point. And the whole blotchiness of the background, I did that on purpose because I thought it looked kind of rustic and cool, but it kind of looks like I just didn't really try. So I don't know. I do like it though. Like, I like what it stands for. Here's the next one. The one woman's hand is just horrible. sexual, but that one hand, the hand on the right there, that's actually kind of a nice hand. Just like the way they're posed, it looks very stiff and unnatural. Just again, I'm not good with ears. It's not great. Again, I did kind of like the blotchy background because I thought that looked kind of cool, and I tried to make it look intentional, but overall, you can tell that I was still pretty early on, and this was pretty early on in my drawing career because it's not super great, but it's also not super sexual. It's kind of romantic. It's kind of wholesome, kind of sweet. Here's the next drawing. I don't like that all of the lines have like a white outline around them, and that's because I used a paint bucket tool to fill in the areas with color, and it just didn't fill it all the way in. It just left this like white line, and I should have like went in and just like colored in all of those white parts, but I was too lazy to do that. So overall, this picture doesn't look very professional or well done. And as you can see, I made this person non-white because I was trying to show diversity in my drawings, but I think it ended up just coming across as me fetishizing non-white people because people already thought that I fetishized black women specifically. So maybe this was a bad look, but I was trying to be inclusive. It came from a good place, I promise. And this one, I didn't even bother to do a background or like a setting. She's not standing on anything. She's just kind of floating. And again, that hand, not very good. I hid the other hand because I was just, hands are hard. Hands are really hard. Here's the next one. Again, I have censored the butt crack. This was supposed to also be a social statement. Of course, the butt says, "Look, don't touch." And the arms are once again a little too skinny, and the torso is too long. I used to draw really long torsos, like it just like really, really long torsos. So it's again not great, but it has a good message, I think. Here's the next drawing. Again, you can see that white line, but it was only for the hair. I actually went in and colored in all of the white parts for the body, but I left the white in the hair because I thought that it looked good. I'm not sure if it does look good, but it is what it is. I was trying to draw different body types, so this body is like a little bit different than some of the other bodies that I've drawn, but still just drawing naked women, so I'm sorry, that's problematic. Also, I coded this woman as being native. I don't know if that reads, but that was my intention, and again, it comes across as me fetishizing non-white people, but I was just trying to draw different races so that it wasn't just me drawing white people so that I wouldn't be called racist. So either way, I get called racist. If I draw people of color, then I am racist because I'm fetishizing them. If I draw only white people, then I'm racist because I only draw white people. So there's really no way to win when you draw naked ladies, honestly. Then we have this one. I solved the race issue by making her blue. You can't tell me I'm fetishizing any race because she is clearly blue. The hand is not great. The feet are again, I was trying to draw different body types to show that like all women's bodies are beautiful, and I don't know if that comes across or if again it just kind of comes across as me being a horny dude who likes to draw naked women, but I was trying to be progressive. I was. This was an attempt at a self-portrait. It really does not look like me, so I tried, but I think I failed on that one. This one I actually really like. It's kind of a metaphor for my transness because if you don't know, I'm a trans man, so I feel like I've shed the body that I was born in, and so I'm like this weird, crazy creature coming out of the body that I was given at birth, and I said that one of my drawings was gory. I guess this drawing is also kind of gory. You can see like the rib cage and some red, but it wasn't intended to be shocking or gory. It was supposed to be a metaphor for how I shed my skin metaphorically to become the person that I am today, even though I am not a weird alien creature. It's still a metaphor. Then because I like to draw naked ladies, I decided to shake it up a little bit and try to draw something wholesome. So here I drew a mother and her child. The child's hand, it looks like the kid is going, "That's very nice, very nice." Like, I don't know what the kid is doing with her hand. The arm that's wrapping around the kid looks very two-dimensional. It doesn't look very realistic. I do like the hand on the back of the child's head. I think that was a pretty okay hand. Overall, this drawing is kind of meh, but again, I at least tried to shake it up and do something wholesome. This piece of digital art I tried to turn into merch. Nobody bought it, but I thought it was kind of cute. It is very unorganic, very geometric. Here's the one that I was talking about where I said it was gory. It's based off of this drawing from 2018, and I just wanted to show you the side-by-side to show how I changed it from 2018 to 2020. First of all, you can tell the torso got a lot shorter when I redid it and made it digital, because damn, look how long that freaking torso is. Like, I used to draw some really, really long torsos. So I removed the snake because I removed a lot of the torso, and I am not really sure about the color choice in my digital drawing. I feel like it comes across as kind of flat, like the colors are all too close to each other, but maybe I did that on purpose. I don't really know. I think I just kind of randomly chose whatever color looked good. I don't really understand color theory or like how to make a drawing look good in terms of color. I don't really know much about art. I just kind of bullshit my way through it. But that being said, I actually am really proud of the progress from 2018 to 2020. I think you can see some improvement. And again, this was supposed to be a social statement. There's this woman who is clearly falling apart. She is clearly not doing well. Her body is rotting, like she is zombified, and yet she is still expected to perform for men. She is still expected to perform femininity and be sexy because that's what society expects from her and demands from her. And so it's this kind of, again, it's a social statement about how women are forced to be sexualized, even if it's literally killing them, even if it's actually destroying them. And I gave her the devil horns and the devil tail to show that even though society expects her to be sexy, she's also demonized for being sexy. And you can also tell that I avoided the hand problem by just not giving her hands. Well, one of her hands is behind her head, but the other hand, I just chopped it right off. So that's one way to avoid drawing hands. This one was just me experimenting with shadows and highlighting, and I was trying a new hair technique, and I really like how the hair turned out, but it's okay. And the eyes too. I was trying something new with the eyes, and I really do like the shine on the lips. I like a lot of things about this. It's just overall, it's kind of wonky. It just doesn't look that great. Mind you, I was drawing with a mouse at the time, and so it's really hard to get clean, straight, non-wiggly lines when you're using a mouse, but that's the only I don't have like a drawing tablet or anything. So when I do digital drawings, it's always with either a mouse or my trackpad. And so again, the lines are never going to be really straight and clean, but I tried my best, and I think it was okay. This one is based off of a picture of Ariana Grande. I stole the pose directly from that photo. I tried to find the picture that I based this off of, but I could not. So if you know which photo it was, then good for you, I guess. I don't know. I don't think Ariana Grande was holding a microphone. I think I added that, and the outfit is my own creation, and I really like this outfit. If I was a fashion designer, like, this is the kind of stuff that I would design. I like the colorfulness, I like the accessories, I like the little mesh parts. I'm a fan of this outfit, and it was one of my first attempts at drawing clothing, and you know what? I don't think I did that bad. I think it's kind of okay. Also, you might notice that I've gotten a lot better at drawing ears. This next one is another attempt at a self-portrait. It really doesn't look much like me, but I tried. I do have a video on this channel showing the process of me drawing this picture, so if you want to watch that, I'll link that in the top right corner of this video. I like how I did the hair, I like how I did the eyebrows, I like how I did the eyes. The beard could have been better. The mouth looks really flat. The nose doesn't really look like my nose. it doesn't really look like me. Again, the lines aren't really straight, but that's because I was drawing with a mouse. I really did my best. It's okay. It's not great. It doesn't really look like me, but and also the hair was wishful thinking. I always wanted to have like chin length hair, and so my hair didn't actually look like that when I drew this. That's how I wanted my hair to look. So it was kind of wishful thinking, but again, it's okay. Then I did a version of it where I gave myself a makeover and put myself in drag, and I like this version. It's funny that in the drag version the hair gets shorter, because when you think of people presenting femininely, you usually think of long hair. So it's kind of funny that I gave myself shorter hair when I feminized myself. But regardless, you can see I made my eyebrows thinner. I added the obviously makeup, and I obviously colored the beard. And yeah, overall, it's okay. It's not bad. Here's the next one. Once again, I tried to make some kind of social statement by giving the woman leg hair and some armpit hair, but I did also give her just like a very stereotypically hot body. So there's that. Also, where is her neck? That really bothers me. I'm like, what? Why doesn't she have a neck? The guy who's holding onto her leg was supposed to be me. This was supposed to be another sort of self-portrait of me with my fantasy girlfriend. The hands are pretty good. My one hand that is like up in her crotch, my thumb is just like fully in the fold of her thigh, her crotch area. It's a little bit questionable, the hand placement, but I actually really like this one. I think it's pretty good. This one I tried to give her like big anime eyes. I was trying something different with the eyes, and I don't like how it turned out. I do like her hands though. The hands are pretty good. And this is the last digital drawing that I did. I did this in 2022. I really haven't drawn much since 2022. I just kind of stopped drawing. I don't really know why. I tried to do a background, but it's not good. It's really not good. And this pose is based off of my body. I actually took a picture of my naked body, and that was kind of what I based this drawing off of. So the pose looks kind of weird and unnatural, but like I did base it off of a photo, so I'm not really sure how this really isn't my favorite drawing. At this point you can tell that my heart really wasn't in it. I was just drawing for the sake of drawing, and I don't know, it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. Also the feet, like what is up with those rectangular ass feet? Like this one's just, it's kind of a low note to end on, but this is the last digital drawing that I made, so that is it. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Stay frosty. Bye.